Say hello. Hello.
Hello, my dear sunflowerians.
Hello.
How are you all?
Hello.
Hello, boys and girls. I hope you are doing good. Yes?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, today is our English session 2. In session 1,
English session.
we have write the English alphabets with the help of standing line and sleeping line, right? I hope you all have practiced it. And today we are going to write the alphabets which are with the help of standing line, sleeping line and slant line. Okay? So slant line is also there. Okay? Come on, get ready with your copies and pencils. Okay, guys.
Today's
Okay, children. So the first alphabet is V. V for van. V for vixen. So this is made with the help of two slant lines. First slant line will go from upwards to downwards and next downwards to upwards like this. So let's make it. See, I have made two arrows also and given the number 1 and 2. So this is the first step. Parents, please make 3 dots for the children. Like one here on the red line, one on black and another on red line. Right? So it will be easy for the children to join it like this. Let's start a slant line like this from upwards to downwards and another slant line from downwards to upwards. One slant line from upwards to downwards and another slant line from downwards to upwards. V. V for van. Let's make it another one. A slant line from upwards to downwards and another slant line like this. From downwards to upwards. Letter V. V for van. I hope you all have understood. This V we have made with the help of two slant lines. Next letter is letter X. X for Xmas tree. X for X-ray. So this is also made with the help of two slant lines but in a different way. Like in V, we have made like this, from upwards to downwards and from downwards to upwards. But in X, we'll make like this. We have to cross them. First slant line like V from upwards to downwards and another slant line crossing it like this. Right? So let's make it. Parents, please make 4 dots for the children. 2 on the red line and 2 on the black line. So let's join it. First we have to make this slant line from upwards to downwards, and next slant line like this crossing the first slant line. X. Let's try one more time. One slant line from upwards to downwards and another slant line also from upwards to downwards direction. Right? This is X. This is also made with the help of 2 slant lines. See, I have made the arrows number 1 and number 2 like this. Okay, I hope you all have understood. Next letter is letter Y. Y for yak. See, this is also made with the help of 2 slant lines. One bigger slant line and one smaller slant line like this. So let's try it. A slant line from upwards to downwards like this, and a small slant line from red line to black line, a small slant line like this, and it should be in the middle of this big slant line. Okay children, let's try it. For this, parents, you have to make 3 dots. 2 on the red line and 1 on the black line. Let's join them. A big slant line like this from upwards to downwards, and a smaller slant line in the middle of this big slant line like this. Let's try it one more time. Big slant line like this and a smaller slant line in the middle of this big slant line. Letter Y. Y for yak. Y for yarn. I hope you all have understood. Next letter is letter A. See parents, I have made the series of the alphabets. In this series also, you have to teach the children that this is the series you have to follow, right? Then only they will be able to make it correct. Next alphabet is letter A. For letter A, there are 2 slant line, 1, 2 and a smaller slant line, cutting it in between the 2 bigger slant lines. Number 1, arrows goes like this. Number 2, arrow goes like this from upwards to downwards. And number 3, a small sleeping line in between the 2 slant lines like this. Let's try it. For this, parents, please make 3 dots over here. 1 on the red line and 2 on the black line, so that the children will join it. Let's try it. 1 slant line from upwards to downwards and another slant line from upwards to downwards and a sleeping line in the middle. Okay, letter A. A for apple. A for apricot. A for axe. Let's try it one more time. Slant line from upwards to downwards and another slant line also from upwards to downwards and a sleeping line in the middle of these 2 slant lines. Letter A. I hope you all have understood. Next letter is letter K. K for kite. K for kangaroo. So let's start it. A standing line from upwards to downwards direction like this. From pink line to black line, standing line, and two slant line from the middle of this standing line like this, one and two in the downwards direction. First in the upwards direction and second in the downwards direction. Standing line, a slant line upwards, a slant line downwards. Letter K. K for kangaroo. K for kite. For this, parents, please make 4 dots, 2 on the red line and 2 on the black line. Now, the children will join them. A standing line from upwards to downwards, and put the pencil in the middle of this standing line and go in the upwards direction. One slant line over here and another slant line downwards. One upward, one downwards. Letter K. Let's try it one more time. Standing line, one slant line upwards and one slant line downwards. Letter K. K for kite. K for kangaroo. Our next letter is letter N. N for nest. N for net. See, for N, we have to make a standing line from upwards to downwards. Next step is a slant line from the pink line to the black line like this in a downwards direction, and continuing it, we have to go upward direction in a standing line. Right, children? Let's make it. For this, parents, you have to make 4 dots, 2 on the pink line and 2 on the black line. Let's try it. Standing line from upwards to downwards. Then a slant line from upwards to downwards, and a standing line from downwards to upwards like this. Letter N. Let's try it one more time. Standing line from upwards to downwards, a slant line from upwards to downwards, and a standing line from downwards to upwards like this. Letter N. N for nest. N for net. Next letter is letter Z. Z. Z for zebra. Z for zebra. Let's try it. For this, you have to make a sleeping line on the top like this. Next, a slant line in from the upwards to downwards direction like this, and one more sleeping line on the bottom black line. Let's try it. For this, parents, you have to make 4 dots, 2 on the pink line, 2 on the black line. Let's try it. A sleeping line on the top. Next, a slant line from upwards to downwards, and one more sleeping line on the bottom black line. Letter Z. Let's try it one more time. A sleeping line on the top, then a slant line from upwards to downwards, and one more sleeping line on the bottom black line. Letter Z. Z for zebra. Z for zip. next letter is letter W. W for watch. W for watch. Let's try it. We have to go from upwards to downwards for a slant line like this. Then one more slant line from downwards to upwards. Then again from upwards to downwards. And lastly from downwards to upwards like this. There are 4 slant lines in letter W. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Let's try it. For this, parents, you have to make 5 dots. 3 dots on the pink line and 2 dots on the bottom black line. Let's join it. One slant line from upwards to downwards, then from downwards to upwards, then again from upwards to downwards, and from downwards to upward. Letter W. Let's try it one more time. Down, up, down, up. It is very simple. W. W for watch. W for wolf. Next alphabet is letter M. Like we have made letter W, in the same way we have to make letter M. Like this. For this, you have to make a standing line from upwards to downwards. Then small slant line. Say they are half of these lines like this. From upwards to downwards and upwards to upwards. Then again a standing line at the end. Let's make letter M. M for monkey. For this, parents, please make 5 dots. 2 on the red line, 2 on the bottom black line and 1 in the center of the black line. 2 on the red line, 2 on the black line and 1 in the center of the black line. Let's join it. Standing line from upwards to downwards, a slant line from upwards to downwards, one more slant line from downwards to upwards and a standing line at the end. Letter M. M for monkey. Let's try it one more time. From upwards to downwards, a standing line, then a slant line, another slant line and lastly a standing line at the end. Letter M. M for monkey. M for monkey. I hope you all have understood the concept of standing line, sleeping line and slant line. Now I am going to show you a playway method for the children so that parents can teach them letters in a playway method. For that, we can take some pencils and some crayons like this. Let's try the alphabets we have written today. First letter is letter V. For V, parents can show with the help of 2 pencils. Like this. One slant line, another slant line. Letter V. V for van. A slant line, another slant line. V. Next letter we have made is letter X. Like this. One slant line here, another slant line, cutting it. Like this. Letter X. Next letter is letter Y. A slant line, and for a smaller slant line we can take a small crayon like this. Letter Y. Y for yak. Next letter we have made is letter A. One slant line, another slant line, and a sleeping line in the middle. Letter A. A for apple. A for apricot. Next letter we have made was letter K. Standing line, a slant line from downwards to upwards, and another slant line from upwards to downwards. Letter K. K for kite. Next letter we had made was letter Z. For this, a sleeping line, then a slant line, then one more sleeping line. Letter Z. Z for zebra. Z for zip. Next letter was letter W. For that, a slant line, another slant line going like this, the third slant line, and the fourth one. Letter W. W for watch. Next letter is letter M. For that, standing line, two slant lines, and one last standing line. Letter M. M for monkey. I hope you all have understood with the help of these pencils and crayons. This will be a playway method to teach children the alphabets. I hope you all have understood.